Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Secret Agent Clank. This was a screen I wanted to show you guys beforehand, but I couldn't do it because first of all, I forgot that I can actually rewind the game. That letting the demo play out doesn't mean I can't, go from there. So last time we met, we were doing Ratchet section once again, nails for breakfast. So, yeah. And recently, I guess I have fireball attacks now. Alright. Recently, I actually found a video of somebody, I forget what their name was, but all I know is that the video in question was mainly about 100%ing Secret Agent Clank and like casually 100%ing it, so that gives you any idea of where to look. The guy had a webcam on the bottom right. I know I should be better at things like this for credit, but damn it. Anyway, so in the description of his video, he talked about the problems with this game. That this was essentially a rush job. And I never knew that. I mean, to me, though, it never felt as if it was a rushed game. But I can definitely see that. However, I don't know. I mean, it always just felt like a weird mishmash of things to do. Rather than just like, fumbling the ball in terms of designing the game. Or, working on the game. Because I don't know, So, now that I've heard about that, it does make a lot more sense. There's apparently like a bit of meddling when it came to Sony themselves. As I guess apparently they wanted Ratchet to at least show up and be in it to some extent. So, therefore, we got this to happen. And I don't know. They also apparently had, like, well, I already said rush job, but I guess they, like I said, they had little to no time to work on the game. So, I don't know. But like I said, I wouldn't really be surprised. I wonder if Size Matters probably suffered the same fate, but I don't know. I'm sure Size Matters was probably a little bit rushed, but I don't have any clue if it was, any sort of meddling outside of that, for example. Like, it just seems like a pretty standard Ratchet game. But then, like, when you play this game, it is really weird how there's so many different ideas for some strange reason. And that is why publishers should not put their hands on games and let the devs just kind of figure things out, because usually the people who are making the game typically kind of have an idea of how a game should be made if they're making it. So I would assume... Now, granted, not everybody knows all the time, of course. There are instances of game devs who... Well, I don't know for sure down hand, but I wouldn't be surprised. Game devs out there that just think they might have an idea what they're doing, but they really don't. I thought the little guys were ammo for a second, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Because I can't exactly think of anything dead offhand that wasn't rushed out, I guess, or that they wanted. I feel like, High Guard's a pretty close idea to that, because I think the devs had an idea what they wanted to do, but then they had to release the game early, which, again, was still kind of a part of the rush job aspect of it, but even then, I feel like they probably wanted to make this weird sort of mismatch of ideas together. Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised. What did I get again? I don't remember. Who cares? But I also, from reading the description as well, it also said that a lot of the missions were added, like these little extra missions were just essentially added as padding. And they had to market the game a certain way. Also, this part's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. It's not super hard, but still not very fun to do. I still have no money for anything, of course. Except for, of course, this one. Sure, why not? I know I keep buying Ratchet stuff when I should be focusing on Clank more so, because that's the one I typically tend to want to play the most, but it works. Alright, so basically, this is exactly what it sounds like. You're just, you know, following this guy, Maximilian or whatever, who is, from what I remember, he's in Ratchet 3, Maximilian Bolts or something like that, I think. Alright, so this is one of the aspects, I guess, that I could consider pretty cool about this part, is you do have to follow behind close enough and then also find out ways to wait for the guards to just be left by themselves, be taken out. So, and fortunately, as far as I remember, this is not a very long mission, but we'll see. And there is a gold bolt, or at least in terms of portable Ratchet games, there is a titanium bolt around here pretty close by, I think to the left. We may be able to get that, I don't know. Or it might be further down. I think it's further down. There's like a back alleyway you can go, and if you go that way, then, yeah. Because I think hitting trash will cause him to turn around. It might actually make me fail. Or not. Oh. Huh. I don't remember ever doing that before. It works. I guess it makes it kind of a bit faster, too, if you think about it. Because the idea is to pretty much just isolate Maximilian by himself. So maybe it's based on how long it takes you to do this. Yeah, if you go down this way, but you have to be very careful that you still have to keep up just close enough, which I'm about to lose. That's fine, the game does save. You have to keep up just close enough to where you don't actually lose out on your target here. And that's where the bolt is. Not really a hard one to grab, but hey. Oh, look at that. The beehive launcher. I think, let me try something real quick. Just in case. Can you hurry up, game, please? I'm trying to get some things done here, pal. As long as you're not within his sights, like his red sight, you should be okay. Potentially, but who knows? Who knows with this game, to be fair. And no, I don't think you can just take these guys out without at least getting caught and pretty much just screwing up the entire mission. Like, to try and take these guys on by yourself, which I could do. As they, you know, call it, like, little narrative dissonance or whatever. That type of stuff. I was gonna say. Also, these buttons being so 480 or even 360p really make me want to play some Deadhead Fred right about now. That is a great game, but unfortunately there's really just no way to play it on any sort of modern consoles right now, which sucks. Out of all the PSP games that we could end up getting, it would be kind of really cool to eventually get that one, but who knows. I don't think he can escape from you. Not that I know of. Something else, too, is there's a lot of... Did I fuck up? No, I think we're fine. Alright, cool. And now we got the Lotus thingy. This is essentially a Tanglevine carnation. It's... I guess you could say... sort of like... Clank's version of a trap type weapon, or in a sense a turret type weapon, I think. Basically, you put it down, enemies get trapped in it, they get hurt, yada yada yada. I can show you right there. There you go. It just eats them alive. Think like Agents of Doom, but without being able to really move. Let's just use the ties instead for this. If I'm going to be fighting anybody, I should just be using tie. So I can at least get the upgrade for it. Or the cufflink, one of the two, doesn't really matter. Or just avoid them outright, because as far as I remember, Secret Edition Clank, I remember the final boss being a pain in the ass. I just don't remember how much of a pain in the ass it actually was. Either. So, in terms of how difficult it was, I couldn't tell you. And by the way, sorry for weird lack of commentary. There's not much to talk about. It's just entirely just a big giant stealth mission. So, you know, what more do you want me to say? Now, I'm hoping, if I'm not mistaken, we don't have to do any quirk crap. And we just go straight into the next airship section, which looks like we're doing Gadgetbot shit, so there's that. At least the game does kind of... Or I guess not. I guess it's just... I keep thinking it's Gadgetbots, because that's what it looks like. Okay. I guess we're not fighting now, I guess. I don't really care much for this section. I think there is a titanium bolt around somewhere that you can get. But we'll look for that when we get for that. I keep saying "but" all the time, don't I? These guys remind me of the guys from Size Matters. The first, like, grandpa-looking ass dudes. But obviously way more on vacation here. Well, I guess less of vacation, but still, though, they kind of give me those vibes. I have no idea why he's not dying. Or why my ties are just not hitting him. Yeah, man, if the entire game was just built like this, I do kind of believe that not very many people would probably have too much of a problem with it. I mean, I feel like it has issues, regardless, but so does everything. I mean, you know, it's not a perfect game. It's not a perfect Ratchet game. But I'm not going to lie, like, when it actually just lets you play, when it lets you have fun with it, it really, truly is not a terrible game. Much. So, look at that XP from that one. That's pretty good. Now, the problem is with the Tangle Vine is you have to be just roughly close enough for it to actually work. And, of course, since it's, you know, level 1, it probably takes a little bit to do any sort of damage to. I never really looked down here. I didn't realize there was actually people flying the ships before. Yeah, the idea right now is just jump ship. Literally and metaphorically. They make your way across. There should have been, I think, a bolt that appears in some ship jumping section, but I could be wrong. But once again, I'm always wrong. Again, I also keep saying but. I have to stop doing that. I hate it. It's just like earlier when I was watching... I think it was the same guy for Secret Edition Clank, but he kept saying a lot, and I'm like, oh man. Please. Spare me with it, please. No offense, but like, goddamn. Like, bro really says a lot. Like, fuck. I do that too, so, you know. In all fairness, I'm basically on the same boat. Something else to keep in mind too is look at my health from the amount of damage I take from enemies. It's really not that bad in comparison to what Size Matters would have been hitting me with right about now. Because I assume that we're probably half-ish way through the game. Maybe. Well, I don't know for sure. I mean, if you skip most of the missions in terms of optional stuff, it doesn't take that long to beat the game. I don't think. Hell, I'm not sure if I even have a finished save file on this damn thing anyway. And also, of course, it's been a long time since I've actually beaten the game. Can you guys just pick a spot and fight me on it already? Goddamn. Like, seriously. Yeah, if you hear the little bit of scrunching on my controller, that's my D-pad doing that. Oh, speaking of D-pad stuff, I play fighting games with D-pad. That's where the segue comes in. So, Invincible Versus did come out, and I looked it over with my brother, and I thought about it. Like, we watched some combo stuff, and yeah, I was wanting the game for a while, but after watching it, it's like, I don't know if I really do want it or not. It's $50 for a game that, in my opinion, looks just okay. And that's really about it. Yes, and this is what the tingle does. Pretty cool, huh? Again, yet another case of Serious Clank actually being a really tight-ass game, but unfortunately... Okay, I'm thinking of the wrong airship then. Holy shit. Unfortunately, it just got bogged down with a lot of other issues. So, that sucks. But man, it could have really actually been really good too if nobody fucked us out of it. But that's just how corporate meddling goes. Anyway, so looking at it, my issue with the game is that... Oh, I guess I'm going that way. I didn't see that. All the attacks look about the same. Like, I understand that the game is not supposed to be super flashy. I mean, it is a $50 fighting game instead of a $70 game, so they're not really charging you full exact price anymore. But, you know, I kind of like when fighting games just sort of look nice to play. But then again, it's a tag fighter, so it's probably fun-ish. But I'm worried that that's just going to eventually go down for me because of the fact that the fun aspect will just kind of go down because, you know, the animations are kind of whatever, so I don't know. And from what I understand of the game, it's pretty easy to actually play. So, even if I was to learn combos and TODs, and how easy it probably would be to learn those, which, again, is kind of the issue with making your game a little bit too casual friendly, is you start getting to the point where it's going to be a lot easier for people who are just really good at fighting games already to now learn the new mechanics. And it'd be a lot easier for them to pick it up too. Thus, in turn, it's kind of a double-edged sword where now you have to fight pros who are allowed access to things that are technically easier to deal with, I guess. I mean, yeah, at the same time, I don't know how I dodge that, but at the same time, pros are going to end up learning a game regardless of what you do. You know, I'm sure Blaze Blue pros out there are probably insane when it comes to... Not Izuyu, I forget her name. Izumi? I think? Her time mechanic stuff and all that. Like, you know, there's... I feel like there's always going to be that potential for that to happen. Like, no matter what you do, a pro's going to get involved in some way, shape, or form, and then make it not so fun for casuals online if the casuals themselves end up getting to that point where they start playing it online and end up fighting somebody who is good at the game. So... But like I said, that's just something that you can't really... I don't know what the skill point's for, but... That's not something you can really fight against, though. So... I mean, I think a lot of the time when they make something casual friendly, it's more so like they make the mechanics, or at least the buttons, a lot easier to play. Which to me, I mean... I don't know. I mean... DNF Duel was... pretty easy, mechanically speaking, to do, because you just press circle for a lot of your main heavy attacks or whatever it was. So, to some degree, it wasn't too hard to get down when it comes to executing the buttons. But at the same time, it wouldn't really bother me nearly as much either to use the actual motion inputs. Now, of course, if I had the option to use motion inputs or not, if the game doesn't have... Because, like, with Street Fighter 6, they make it to where it's like, oh, it's got modern control and it has, just classic control. Modern is just annoying to me because I feel like I'm not allowed to play the game the way I want to. Like, I'll hit a button and it'll just do something for me instead of me actually doing it. Whereas with DNF Duel, like, I can hit forward circle instead of doing down forward circle and still get the same result. So... The hell? Okay, I think that's just my shadow. Okay, that scared the shit out of me. I don't know, it's just... it's a really tough argument to get around because, again, like I said, at some point, you know, it's like, all right, when does something become not so casual friendly? I guess. I feel like fighting games in general are just like that, and that as much as it sucks for fighting game companies, because I would love them to thrive and continue to make games, but at the same time, it's just an unfortunate category of gaming that I feel like a lot of people are just not going to care about anyway, regardless. So, I don't know, it just sucks. But it is how it is. Alright, so basically right now, we got the Hollow Guys crap. You know, you're probably familiar with it when it comes to these games. You can, I believe, take out guards, I think. Fuck. Maybe not. Well, it was worth a shot. I was gonna say, I hope she didn't get hit by that. Luckily, these idiots are pretty stupid. And now, granted, if you... Oh, fuck me. If you end up walking in front of one of them, of the person that... How do I... Oh my god, game. I'm gonna try something real quick. Because I don't think you can fail the mission if you end up getting a stealth kill. That I know of. But, I mean, I can see it being in place. Maybe not, I guess. The only reason I can see it actually working against you is because, you would end up kind of soft-locking yourself if you're not careful. But maybe that depends on where you're at. And of course, he can walk right through fucking lasers, and I can't. Oh, we need an elite guard now. God damn it. Well. While I'm here, might as well take this guy out real quick. Make my life just a little bit easier. And then go back out and try to find out where the hell this guy's going to. While I'm at it. I meant to with the pen. And I guess I could just take this asshole out too. Yeah, as far as I know, as long as they don't see themselves, then it should be okay. Again, I just kind of wish there was a... Oh, I guess there is a way to do it. Select. Of course it is. Let's hope he doesn't move from here. Perfect. Alright, cool. I wish you can go underneath that, but I don't think you can. Was there another secret thing I just missed? Ah, who cares? I'm here to win. I'm not here to bother with getting everything in sight. Also, this won't affect you guys much at all. But, I mean, if you do, of course, like my content, then maybe you might like this idea, sort of. Oh, thank God. Thank God for that. Look at that. Ain't that cool? Literally just said, hey, man, you suck dick at this game. Here's some free ammo. Yeah, but you could have just put the ammo in a box, and I could have just broke that. I could just broke it that way. It would have worked about the same, motherfucker. I was gonna say, I don't think he notices me yet. I need more ammo. Thank you. How sweet of them, right? Now, granted, it's just emergency ammo anyway, but still. Alright. This reminds me of Vanquish a little bit. Anyway, so back on the main topic at hand here. I have a little bit of a collection of games off to the side of my shelf that I keep around for what was essentially going to be like the original 5 Let's Plays I was going to do, but then I started doing more Let's Plays where I tried them out and some things didn't work out. that sort of thing. I tried Pac-Man World. That one, I just didn't feel like it that day. So, since I'm kind of done doing guide stuff for now, I might consider it, but I don't know. I have also been a little bit, just, you could say hella busy with, I wouldn't really say hella busy, but I've been playing a lot of RPG stuff recently, and doing, oh, motherfucker. Doing things of that nature, just kind of playing games and just enjoyed myself, so, and doing other things outside of course, games as well. I keep repeating the same thing over and over again. I can't seem to get a thought straight, but I did work today, so that explains the commentary for being so rough. We might need one guy to get through here, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. So, anywho, I would like to take the chance to probably go through and just grab like a bunch of games, like a whole grab bag of games that I might want to do that's related to this channel, whether it be super genius stuff or even just let's play ideas. So that's something I've been thinking about, like have a whole big fat stack. For example, you know, Call of Cthulhu, the Dark Corners of the Earth. Dark Corners of the Earth. God, I can never say that right. That is... Fuck me, dude. That is one I've thought about doing for a very long time. Like, technically I have actually done it before in the past, but never ended up actually finishing that Let's Play, and that Let's Play is unfortunately just gone. That's like way back then when I used Fraps to record stuff too. So you know it's pretty old. That is an idea. I do now have it on Xbox, and I haven't gotten far enough to see if the bugs still exist. But I'm willing, you know, even if it does still exist, I can figure it out. The point is that that's one of the games I wanted to do. There was a point in time when I wanted to do Kirby Forgotten Land, and I mentioned that I think before. So you guys probably know about it. There's Pac-Man World 1 and 2. Either or, realistically speaking. Preferably, I think, for the time, I was like, I just want to do the remastered ones. But now I'm like, I don't know. You know, I'm not really feeling it too much. It depends if I'm still in the mood for a platformer by then. And that's what everything kind of comes down to, is just, what am I really in the mood for? And sometimes there are like some RPG ideas I've had of like, oh man, it'd be kind of cool if I did like a... Because I really love the super genius RPG thing that we're doing right now. Because again, I have been just in a really big RPG mood. And surprisingly enough, my brother's Trails syndrome has not actually affected me this time. As in, usually whenever he ends up showing me a Trails game or plays one within my vicinity, it's like... It's this weird curse that happens where all of a sudden I start getting out of my RPG mood. Because I'm like, I don't feel like playing these games anymore. I have been going through P5 again. I think I mentioned that in the last video probably or somewhere. Persona 5, so... I do want to go actually play Persona 1. Because I've been watching a Let's Play, you know, SGB Let's Play of that. Again. And it's like, man, I kind of want to play that. Actually. I never did beat it, though, so... Alright, the B mine, if memory serves correct, I mean, obviously, I don't like it in Size Matters, and you guys didn't get to see... You didn't get to see that happen, but I can straight up tell you right now, I did not like it in Size Matters. At all. However, oh yeah, if you step on this pad right here, they're going to shoot you with those things. It's really annoying, but hey. Not much you can do about that. So, the B mine in this game seems to be just a little bit better. Kind of. At least it feels better. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like you do a lot more damage. Just at even level 1, you know, because we did just pick it up. I mean, look at that. It actually killed a dude. So, that to me is already a case of, like, yeah... the game finally got it right in terms of how to make a B-mine weapon somewhat decent. Ish. I feel. Also, thank God that's all I have to do now. Fuck that. It is nice that they give you the option to say, I don't want to continue anymore. I just want to beat the damn game. Gadgetbot time or back to Secret Agent Clank, because it could be any of the two. Oh, fuck. Well, it's technically kind of both-ish. Alright. Here we go again. And I think eventually Gadgetbots do show up for this part. Something else to keep in mind is I did Ratchet, or I did Ape Escape because I was in the mood for... Oh, fuck me, dude. I was in the mood for a platformer. And, you know, watching the Oni Boys do Astrobot. Fuck this. Fuck, god damn it. Made me want to do, I'm making it longer than I have to. It made me want to do Ape Escape. So that's why I did it for. And now, or I should say at the time, I ended up, you know, wanting to do Ratchet because, well, it's Ratchet, right? And here we are, doing Secret Agent Clank. So, will I continue the Ratchet marathon? I don't know. I keep hitting D-pad sometimes, thinking that that's the button I need to press. Yeah, this part goes on for so goddamn long, because the idea is you want to win with your cards. I mean, if you do decently enough at the rhythm, minigame itself, you'll win, of course, but the problem is, I feel like there's no way to really just fully tell unless they get hit by something. Or, I don't know. I don't think this game's that intricate about things. As in, if you slightly mess up a rhythm, I don't think it's gonna completely keyhole you. Only unless you mess it up really bad. Because see, even right now, it's just like, okay, I probably did succeed. Most likely. Yeah, what a strange game, but fuck! I'm getting the wrong buttons here, man. If I get hit, I'm just gonna rewind that. Fuck that shit, because I don't want to have to go through all this crap again. Speaking of rhythm games, I do sort of want to do Sly Cooper 3. Kind of. I also want to do Jack 3 at some point as well. But we were talking about, like, maybe doing, you know, finishing the Crash trilogy and then doing Jack and Uncharted stuff. Maybe some Spyro, Resistance, well, Ratchet, you know, that kind of thing. But I don't know. Things just kind of happen or they don't. That's just how it is on my channel. You take the good with the bad. So I'm going quiet. There's nothing to really talk about. I hope there's no trophy for getting a perfect score on these things, I swear. Although you probably technically could if you use rewind feature, but I don't think PlayStation counts that against you. Not that I know of. I think they're losing, is the idea, but I have no clue. Because that went on for a goddamn good long amount of time, so... Okay, nice. Alright, now... the Gadgetbots have to get in position. Bombs are being dropped. Weapons are flying off all over the place. And then eventually you will have to play the Gadgetbots. So like I said, this is sort of a double take of things. Because what's happening is, believe it or not, these guys are essentially cheating. Yeah, I know. Crazy, but yeah. And the idea is to protect Clank at all cost, because these guys will actually trigger traps to hit Clank, and you don't want that to happen. Also, real quick, speaking about Ratchet stuff, like I think I've mentioned this before, but Size Matters would be theoretically the next... Not Size Matters, what the fuck? Crack in Time would be, or should be, the next game in line of Ratchet games I would end up doing. So, I mean, I could do it. It's just that first part really bogs it down. And if I do record it, am I going to use an actual PS3 for it? Am I going to go with the PS5? You know, with the streaming service or not? I don't know. It's all just kind of up in the air. I might skip Full Frontal Assault and then All for One because, well, I don't know. I don't think they're really terrible. Just, I don't really see myself having a great time with it. I'd rather just play a platformer instead. I don't need to worry too much about not doing that. I would say this is the point in time where maybe using the attack command might be the best option. Just to send your guys out to hit anybody. Because it's really kind of hard to tell, like, where these assholes are at, because the game doesn't really do that. Yeah, they got a card on hand, so Clank got hit. Okay, nice. We survived that lot, but guess what? We're not done yet, because this game, for fucking crying out loud, just does not know when to quit. I mean, like, genuinely, seriously, look at this shit. Also, is that a propeller hat? Of course it would be. Ah, lordy lord. Well, we hit one guy. That's cool, right? And then, yeah, you're gonna have to do Gadgetbot shit again. Actually. So don't think you're out of the woods just yet. Because you're really not. Not that I remember. Well, one can hope we don't have to do it again, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did. On this game. And it sucks too, man. Like, I really want to show you guys that this game's actually not that bad. Like, it's actually really cool. Like a genuinely good spin-off Ratchet game. But unfortunately, with all this crap that happens, it's like, I don't know. Now, when you do finish the game and you go to challenge mode and you finish the game again, and then you're allowed to just go back and collect bolts and, you know, upgrade your weapons and such, yeah, you know, it's a great, fine game then, but when you have to do this crap on repeat playthroughs, it's just stupid. And of course, when you're a kid, you just kind of deal with it, you know. It's like, whatever. I've played worse. Fuck, I lost my rhythm there. Okay, we're good. Yeah, because every time that you win, they end up getting shocked. And I think Clank's saying something, but I can't... I had the TV turned off, so I can't really hear what he's saying. Come on, get zapped. At least these parts don't take too long to go through. Oh, man, I don't know why they needed to... I don't know whose idea this was. Like, did you really think that having a rhythm game would make padding that much better? You just made the game, like, 10 times worse. But it's too late. We already bought the game. Yep. Technically, I bought this game, like, maybe 3 times, because I bought it back when I was a kid. And then my PSP broke, so I had no way to play it. I ended up selling all the PSP games, if memory serves correct, which sucks, but I was an idiot. Didn't realize I could just go buy another PSP. Hey, you're a dumb kid, you know. You don't think about those kinds of things. I remember actually getting rid of my Game Boy, too, because, which, looking back on it, was a horrible idea. But, for a lot of reasons. You know, it's like, man, your parents fuck... Well, they didn't care, I guess, at the time, but... Well, I got a DS. And I told them, like, oh yeah, I can play Game Boy games, so it's basically just Game Boy. I'm pretty sure. Well, I hope I did. I hope I don't. I was a fucking little bastard that didn't deserve shit. Still don't. Point is that, you know, I really should have just thought that through and not got rid of my shit. But I did end up buying things back. So I do actually have Secret Agent Clank. I own it. I never paid for it on PS5. I actually have it on, this is just PS Plus streaming. Not streaming, but PS Plus download, so. But I do actually have it through Vita first. We lost a Gadgetbot, that sucks. And then there's a way to get Gadgetbots back. Oh yeah, access to switch Gadgetbots. I forgot about that. Even being a thing. Shit. Not like I really need to most of the time, but depends, I guess. But it does make some things kind of go a little bit faster. If you think about it. If that character's... Oh, fuck, motherfucker. I think we still got it, though. That's pretty good. But yeah, I have this on Vita. I actually own a copy physically again. So, yes, I have given this game too many chances. Obviously. But good news is, for this part, if I was to die there, please no more rhythm. Oh my god, I got a skill point for what? What the fuck was a skill point for? Beating the goddamn rhythm game? I wouldn't be surprised. Then Antonio. Is this not the ice place, but this is, I think, the sewer with a bunch of slime. Yep. Oh boy. This will be fun for next time. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that, but this is one of those stages that, unfortunately, in my opinion, really do kind of suck a lot. And you'll see why. Also, look at the slime textures. They're not really... kind of... a little bit bogged down, aren't they? Look a little less than they normally do, but that's alright. I mean, it's a PSP game. I kind of don't expect much. I'm just going to go ahead and do a few things while I'm here. Not like it matters, because... oh yeah, we now have a new type of slime as well. This sort of flame slime type thing, or something like that. Most likely just a stronger variant. No, I think he just does... I think he does erupt into flames. That way's blocked off. Can't go that way. Anymore. It would be nice to have a flamethrower right about now. Come to think of it. You know, like in other Ratchet games. Yeah, it's weird to hear me shit on a Clank level of all things, because that's not usually something I tend to do very often. I don't know. This particular Clank level is whatever. That's how I see it. It all could be worse, in all fairness, but it's alright. And yeah, you're gonna have to put these down so you can blow this shit up. Oh, that's right. We do end up actually getting a flamethrower. Holy shit, I forgot about that, actually. I was just kidding. Kind of, half and half. Like, I totally want a flamethrower, but at the same time, it's one of those, like, if I get it, I don't. Or if I do, I don't. Don't matter. It's not a big deal to me. I'm not gonna cry. Because, again, this game is really good about just, well, being nice. About most things, at least when you're playing the Clank sections, though. It's pretty nice to you about stuff. Is there anything up there that I'm seeing? Not really. Almost seems like they're supposed to be, but I guess not. Something else about this game I like, too, is the fact that your weapons don't just get outclassed immediately as soon as you get them, too. Which is great. That seems to be a Ratchet problem. Oh, yeah, that's right. Clank now has a jumping attack. Or at least he always did. It's just that. It's not really good, especially if you jump too high. Because then it takes too long to go back down to the ground, and it's really annoying. So... Let's get this out of the way real quick, get a continue point, and call it a video. Although, to be fair, I'm sure I'm going to start the entire level all over again anyway, so... But, at least I have this opened. For next time, so I don't have to deal with it then. Not like it matters. It's not that... It doesn't take that long to do. Well, knowing this game, they're probably going to make me do it again. I wouldn't be surprised. Alright. Look how nice they are about things, aren't they? Oh yeah, these assholes. These guys take forever to kill, and I mean, like, weirdly enough, forever to kill. Depending on your weapon, of course. Well, I died, so... Great, cool. Actually, that saves me a lot of trouble. I don't have to go back to all that shit. Kung Fu Hot Foot. I wish these things were a little bit faster. Tell me what the fuck they do. This might just be a sort of weapon-ish thing. Ah, fuck it. We're going with the Kung Fu shit. Alright. You can finish off your melee combos with a Jet Blast. But that's only for when you do that. Ain't that just the coolest fucking thing ever? Like, they really did just consider, like, giving Clank upgrades with combat abilities. That's insane. Anyway, that's it for this. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more Secrets in Clank. And as always, take care, everybody.